Hi folks, this is Karim Raouf, IT Visualizer channel. Today we continue our lab, the Matrix Labs, the video number 115. We have been discussing in the previous video the following. While still working with the Windows operating system and application freeze topic, I am using my references for this topic, Mr. Lo van der Poel videos and his attached PowerPoint slides or PowerPoint presentation, and some also PDFs concerning this topic. So we have seen in the previous videos, okay, that what is the Windows operating system and an application freeze, how we can uh, identify such a freeze, how we can monitor such a freeze. For example, like in the previous video, we have seen that we can have some performance data counter sets that we can use to uh, measure the CPU, the RAM, the hard disk to identify which one of them caused the freeze. Maybe there is a lot of processing that are loaded on the CPU, so there is a hang, or there is a lot of working on the memory, so this can cause the hang, or maybe there is a lot of read and write on the hard disk, which also can make the operating system feels slow or hang it. So today we will continue working with the same topic, and we are currently with Windows Freeze video 2, or the slides for Mr. Lo van der Poel concerning the Windows Freeze, his second video. We will continue with the slides and continue to use his material as our reference. So the first thing in the slides that we can see here, that one of the causes of the freeze, or how we can monitor the freeze, we should go to the event viewer and focus on the service control manager events. We have discussed in previous videos what is the service control manager, why it is so important. So we can see here that here is the event viewer, and we can go to the summary page events, and now we can see a couple of errors, and we can see here the events, and here is saying Mr. Lo van der Poel that terminating this file used as a method of causing the blue screen of this. So if you have this service control manager, which is represented as an exe file, if you uh, end task for this file, it will cause the blue screen of this. And actually some hangs will issue a blue screen of this. For example, if you have a memory hang, or if you have an application crash, sometimes this will cause a blue screen of this. Or you have a driver issue or a faulty driver, this can cause also a hang and a blue screen of this. So one of the tools that you can use to solve or to analyze the blue screen of this errors, there is a utility from Nearsoft website. We have seen this also website a couple of videos ago. This utility, you just can use it like this blue screen. You just right click on it, and then it will analyze any blue screen of this messages. So for example, here I don't have any errors or any blue screen of this errors. Okay, he will go and check something like a dump file. This dump file is written once a blue screen of this appear. Okay, so we can see here, this is the website nearsoft.net. You can get this blue screen of this, so you can analyze the blue screen of this messages, and actually they are recorded, or they are logged in, or they are written to the mini dump or C Windows mini dump folder. Okay, so the blue screen of this errors are contaminated, or it is not contaminated, it is written to a mini dump which is located in this location. Okay, so one of the things actually, when I see this, I asked the AI tools to give me a script that can get these kind of events and analyze it and give me some recommendations or some insights. So for example, here I have got to ChatGPT o3. I asked it to generate a script to extract events related to errors of the service control manager from the Windows event, and prompt user for the date of the logs from 1 month ago, for example, and analyze the logs and give insights. So let's try to see how this also can help us. So we can use scripts to extract these logs, okay, and give us some insights or some useful information how much these errors are appearing, the count on a lot of things. So now we have seen, or this is the script, and if I try to run it, here he will ask me to provide a start date for the logs. So for example, let me try to see, we are now in, let's go to the previous months, slash 01 slash 2025. So this is 1 month ago, and the end we can press enter to use today. So from 2/1 until today. So here there is an error, no matches found. So here he didn't find anything, uh, or he didn't find no matches found event log, so and so he didn't find any errors from 1 month ago concerning the service control manager. So this is simple. We can just do like this, and we can go to another script. Actually, here is Grok. I asked it the same question, and here he give me also another script. So we can copy it like this and try to also see if we can use this script and see if we can work with it. So here we can see, for example, he'll tell me the number of days back to retrieve logs from, for example, let's say 62. So retrieving service control matters from the system logs for the past 60 days, no service control errors found in the specified period. So he didn't find any errors from 60 days ago or 2 months. I don't have any errors. Let's try to confirm something like that. If we go to the control panel and try to go to the event viewer, let's try to see if we have any uh, uh, errors, administrative events. Let's see if we can have something like this. Let's wait for a moment and confirm if we have any errors from the last 60 days. I think also you can have system errors. I have here filter, so the service control manager, it is in the system logs. So let's see if I have something here. So we don't have any errors or system errors and warnings. Try to see if this filter we have it. I cannot see any. This is maybe from 7 days or something, so we cannot see any errors here. If we try to go and see, maybe here we have Windows log, we have system, and then let's try to see here filter by service control manager. If try to filter it like filter current log and try to tell him service control manager, let's see if we have anything related to it. Must have an integer. Okay, so I think we can here see the event source. We can tell him service control manager. Let's try to select it. Where is the service control manager? Service control. We have SER service. So we can go further down. We have service control manager. So we can do like that. And okay, let's see if we have anything here. So we have only 2 events, okay, in the whole system. So we don't have any errors actually. And this is the current log. We don't have anything errors related to uh, 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 to something like that. Let's try to first I need to clear the filter, so we don't have any errors currently concerning the system. And actually I think there was a clear of log recently, so we don't have any this is the application log cleared, the system log cleared. So I think this is rotated or this is cleared recently, so we don't have any events we can see concerning the service control manager. So this is for Grok, and as we can see here, this is much simpler and it gets to the point. If we go to Claude, now we have also another script. If we copy it like that and try to see if we can run it from the PowerShell ISE, so we can do like this and do like that and try to clear the screen. Now we have this script. Let's try to see if we can run it. Now we have much more professional scripts. We can see here, enter the time period for analysis. We have last 24 hours, last 7 days, last 30 days, have custom period. So if I try to tell him custom period, he will ask me to provide me with the time. So let's go, for example, to 1101 2025 and press enter. Now we can see this is a very professional script. It's much more professional than the one provided by Grok or the one provided by ChatGPT. Let's go to the last one, or the last script that was provided by Gemini. Let's try to see if also this script will work as intended. So we'll go to copy the script like this one, and let's try to see if also this script will work. We can now clear the screen and then go to this script, and let's see if this script can do something. Okay, so as we can see here, there is a lot of errors. uh, Here we have error in line 167, character 111, 167, where there is 167. Okay, so he's talking here about missing token. So there is a problem with something here, I don't know actually. So there is a problem with this code, or this line of code, missing quota. So here I think he needs to close something like this. So here there is something missing. So okay, so I think here, yes, he is missing the anyway, so I think I can give him the error. Just take this one and try to give it to Gemini back and see if he will solve it. So as we can see that Claude 3.57 Sonnet get it from the first time, and Grok the same, no errors. As for ChatGPT, very simple, but Gemini have failed, or there is some errors in the code. So I try to give him this. Let me try to give him this error. I got this error. So let's give it to him and let's see how he will solve it. The correct script should now run without syntax errors. Okay, let's try to see if it will work as intended. Now we can copy this one and go again and try to clear this, and Control A, and try to see this one and try to read it. Okay, so now we have also the start time. We can tell him 0101 2025 and press enter. Invalid format. Also, I need it to 0205 dash 01 dash 01. So here is the format that he needs, and press enter. So why it is not getting it? Okay, invalid format. Please use YYYMMM. So let's try to get it like that. 0205 slash 01 slash 01 and press enter. Again, this is not correct. There is a problem. 0025. Here it minus 01 dash 01. This is completely the format that he needs. Again, this is not correct. And press enter. So here, using the default one, so it was, I tell him the default to be 1 month ago. Okay, so error retrieving events. No events were found that match specific selection criteria, so this is correct. So here, as we can see, that the format is correct, but I think here there is a problem. He didn't accept the format, even though it matches the default format that I have given him. Okay, so, or that was given, use the default one. So there is a problem with the script for sure. So I think the best one is the Clot 3.5 Sonnet. So let's continue with the slides. Okay, and let's see if we continue now with the other slides. Now we have two types of application hang problems. Here Mr. Lo van der Poel saying that there is two types of application hang. The first one is the application hangs in a single system kernel API call. The program hangs in a single system kernel API call. This means that the program requests to do something from the operating system, like opening or reading a file, but the operating system function doesn't return back and though causes the program to hang. So this is one example, like Excel is not responding when you try to open an Excel sheet and it is not opening. And sometimes you tell him wait for a program to respond just to maybe it will take some time. Okay, so this is one thing. And then we have the other type of hang is the application hangs because there is an infinite loop, very long loop or recursive call. So these are the two type of hangs. When I asked the AI tools to provide me with the type of hangs, okay, an application, or what are the types of application hang, give examples and explain using layman terms. If I give you the type, or let's go with Gemini, here is the answer of Gemini. Let me show you what are the type of hangs. So we'll go like this and try to read it loudly. Sorry, let's wait for a moment. So here, this is the type of application hangs. Actually, there is a couple of things here. Or let's, before going to Gemini, first let's go to Perplexity, which is the most accurate one of them. If we go there and try to give you the kind of hangs, here you go. This is a little bit of a summarization of most of them. And let's try to read it out loudly. Out loud. So let's do like this.
Becoming unresponsive. Share. Export. Answer. Here's an explanation of application hangs in simple terms, arranged in a table for clarity. Type of hang. What happens? Example. Infinite loop. The program keeps doing the same thing over and over without stopping. A calculator app that keeps adding numbers forever because it was programmed to do so. Resource exhaustion. The app runs out of memory or processing power. Try to open too many large files at once in a photo editor, causing it to freeze. Deadlock. Two parts of the app are waiting for each other to finish, but neither can proceed. Two users trying to edit the same document at the same time, causing both to wait indefinitely. System call hang. The app is waiting for something to happen, like a file to load, but it never does. An app waiting for a file from a slow network connection that never arrives. Pet hang. The part of the app that handles user interactions gets busy and stops responding. A game that freezes when you try to click on something because it's too busy processing other tasks. External event hang. Something outside the app, like a slow internet connection, causes it to wait indefinitely. A video streaming app that freezes because your internet connection is too slow. Each type of hang occurs due to different reasons, but they all result in the application becoming unresponsive.
So as we can see here, there is a lot of types of hang. Some of them may be related to your network connection, something related to UI thread hang. So we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there is 6 type of hangs added to Mr. Low van der Poel slide. If we go to, let's try to choose here Gemini. Gemini also, when I asked him the same question, you will see some similarities in the answers, but let's try also to see the answer of Gemini. Here you go. Let's wait for a moment.
Okay, here's a table summarizing the types of application hangs, their explanations, analogies, and results. Hang type, layman's explanation. Analogy, technical explanation. Example, result, deadlock. Two parts of the app are waiting for each other, creating a standstill. Two cars stuck on a narrow bridge, facing each other, unable to move. Two or more threads or processes are blocked indefinitely, each waiting for a resource that another thread/process in the group holds. App A needs file lock held by App B. App B needs to write to the file held by A before releasing. Application completely freezes, requires force quit. Infinite loop. A piece of code keeps repeating endlessly without a way to stop. A hamster running endlessly on a wheel, going nowhere. A section of code enters a loop that has no exit condition or an exit condition that is never met. While true, without a break or a condition change inside the loop. Application becomes unresponsive, spinning wheel or loading forever. High CPU usage, but no progress. Resource starvation. The app needs more resources, memory, CPU, etc. than are available. A chef trying to cook a dish, but lacking a key ingredient and unable to find more. The application is unable to acquire necessary resources, memory, CPU time, network bandwidth, etc. to continue execution. Video editor hangs due to insufficient RAM while many other applications are open. Slow network makes an app seemingly hang while downloading a large file. A memory leak eventually leads to a hang. Application becomes slow and unresponsive, may eventually crash or be killed by the OS. I/O block. The app is waiting for data from a device, hard drive, network, etc. A chef waiting for a delayed ingredient delivery, unable to proceed with cooking. The application is blocked waiting for an input-output operation to complete, reading from a file, network request, printer response, etc. App hangs while opening a large file from a slow hard drive, connecting to a website with a dropped internet connection, or waiting for an offline printer. Trying to save to an unplugged USB drive. Application appears frozen while waiting. May recover if the I/O operation finishes, or timeout with an error. UI thread block. The main thread responsible for the user interface is stuck doing a long task. A chef with only one pair of hands is busy with a complex task and can't take new orders or update the menu, making the restaurant seem frozen. A long-running operation is performed on the main UI thread, preventing it from processing user input events or updating the display. Downloading a large file or performing a complex calculation without using a background thread, causing the entire application interface to freeze. A game freezing when loading a new level on the UI thread. Application interface is completely unresponsive. The app might be working in the background, but the user cannot interact with it. This table provides a concise overview of the different types of application hangs, making it easier to understand and differentiate between them. The layman's explanation and analogy columns are especially helpful for grasping the core concept of each hang type without getting bogged down in technical details. The technical explanation gives a more precise definition, and the example column provides concrete scenarios. Finally, the result summarizes what the user typically experiences.
So this is the answer of Gemini. uh, maybe it's more or it's similar to Perplexity. If we go to Grok, okay, and let's see the answer of Grok. Here, when I ask him also the same question, but it was less, okay, we cannot see a lot of things here, so he's giving us the same answer as Gemini and Perplexity, but less. And actually, I do not like this answer, okay. If you go to ChatGPT and ask him the same question, you can see here, let me try to read it out loudly.
Below is a table that explains different types of application hangs in everyday language along with simple examples. Type. Layman's explanation. Example, because it's too busy doing something on the main screen. UI hang. The app freezes because it's too busy doing something on the main screen, a computer program that stops responding while trying to process a heavy image. Deadlock. Two parts of the program are waiting on each other, so nothing can move forward. Two cooks in a kitchen, each waiting for the other to pass an ingredient, so nothing gets cooked. Infinite loop. The program gets stuck repeating the same step over and over without ever finishing. A website that keeps reloading the same page endlessly. Blocking I/O. The app waits too long for an outside task, like reading a file or getting data online, and stalls. A game that freezes because it's waiting forever for a response from the server. Resource starvation. The app can't get enough memory or processing power because other tasks are using it all. An app that slows down and stops responding because it uses up all available memory. Parts of the app keep changing their actions but never complete any work. Two friends trying to get past each other in a narrow hallway by continuously stepping aside.
So this is the answer of ChatGPT. I think the most answer I like is for Perplexity, which seems to be a good one and very, very simple. Number two maybe is Gemini, and then maybe ChatGPT. The last one is Grok. Let's try to see the answer of Claude 3.5 Sonnet when I ask him the question here concerning application hangs and simplicity, or application hangs explained simply. Let's try to read also this answer.
Keep moving papers back and forth between the desk and a filing cabinet. Retry. Zero. Application hangs explained simply. Type of hang. Simple explanation. Real-life example. Deadlock. When two parts of a program are each waiting for the other to finish, like a standoff. Two people at a narrow doorway, each waiting for the other to go through first. Nobody moves. UI freezing. The part of the program that handles what you see on screen is too busy doing other work. A cashier who stops serving customers to count all the money in the register. The line stops moving. Infinite loop. The program gets stuck doing the same thing over and over without stopping. A broken record that keeps repeating the same part of a song forever. Resource starvation. The program can't get what it needs from your computer to keep working. Trying to cook when someone else is using all the pots, pans, and counter space. I/O blocking. The program is waiting for information from another device that isn't responding. Waiting for someone to answer your text message before you can continue your conversation. Database/network timeouts. The program is waiting for information from the internet or a database that never arrives. Waiting at a restaurant for a waiter who has forgotten about your table. Memory leaks. The program keeps using more and more memory without giving any back until it runs out. A bathtub with the drain closed and the water running. Eventually it overflows. Live locks. Different parts of a program keep trying to work together, but keep getting in each other's way. Two people in a hallway who keep stepping the same way, trying to let each other pass. External dependency failures. The program is waiting for another service or program that has stopped working. Your car won't start because the gas station is closed and you can't refill your empty tank. Excessive paging/swapping. Your computer is trying to use more memory than it has by constantly shuffling data around. A desk that's too small, so you keep moving papers back and forth between the desk and a filing cabinet.
So this answer is much better than answer of Claude and Grok and Gemini. I prefer this answer after Perplexity. So here we have a lot of types of hang. The most famous two of them is the Mr. Lou van der Poel have asked the loop back or the loops and the kernel hang. Okay, these are two, and actually there is a utility called Windows Error Reporting. It's a flexible event-based feedback infrastructure designed to gather information about the hardware and software problems that Windows can detect, report the information to Microsoft, and provide users with available solutions. So there is a program that lets you access these reports and read them. For example, if we go there, first of all, this replaced Mr. Dr. Watson. This was a very old program. I think maybe in Windows 2000 or something. It was used as, or it is replaced now with Windows error reporting. So this was the job of Dr. Watson, but now it is replaced with WinER or Windows error reporting. Okay, it was in Windows XP and Windows 2000. Here is the location of the reports, of the Windows ER reports, and actually there is a program called AppCrash from Nearsoft that goes to this location and read all of the reports in this location. Let's try to go and see. This is in C users or users Microsoft Windows WinER report archive. So if you go there and see the location of these files, okay, here you go, this is users, and then we have all users, but here I think public maybe, but this is not, I think it is hidden. Okay, this is a hidden one. We need to do something concerning, we have something called hidden system files, so I think we need to just hide protected system file. This should be checked. So we have here all users, okay, and then if we go further to I think Microsoft, and then we have Windows. Okay, if we go further down for Windows, and then we have WinER, and then we have the report archive. So here, as you can see, these are all of the reports. Okay, there is an application that can read these reports. Okay, so first of all, let me return everything back to normal, to again do everything like this, and tell him to view, and then to hide protected files or operating system files. Now we can go to the application which is called AppCrash. We have seen this application before. This is also provided by Nearsoft. Here is the AppCrash. Okay, it will read the reports of the WinER. Okay, so here you go. These are the location of the reports. As we can see here, this is the WinER reports. As we can see here, there is a lot of useful information, and actually I analyzed one of them in previous videos. The one concerning my Camtasia Studio stopped working, as we can see here, the fault module and a lot of things. So this is a very useful utility you can use to see what applications hanged and what was the cause. Okay, so this is also one good thing to use when you are reports. Then this is the Nearsoft AppCrash, and we have something called application hang. Nearsoft, what is hang? The utility tries to detect the software or the process that is currently hanged. So if there is a hang, the application that is hanged, and you try to open Nearsoft program. What is hang? It will give you the hanging application and give you some remarks or some things related to this hang. Okay, so let's see here, because actually I have already downloaded it. There is a program called What's Hang. Here you go. What's Hang. If we go further down, okay, here is What's Hang, and then we try to open this program again. So here I have a crash. Okay, recently I think the system or the Windows setting. Press F9 to get hang information about the process. So this is my setting, how I can press F9. Let's try to see if I press F9. Where is F9? Here is F9. So I think let me see first if I can. Okay, no, F9 didn't get me anything. So how I can get info like this? Click and properties. Let's see the hang here. So actually there is no much information concerning the hang. So let me see the slide here. So if I click on it, he's saying that you need to press F9. Press F9 to get hang information about the selected. Let's try to see file, get hang information. So I think it is stuck or something. Let's wait for a moment. So here he got the hang information. Here you go. This is the hang information report. So this is the system setting. It's from 1 minute ago. The program hung in a single system call. You look in the call stack and so on, so on. So this is the error. So I don't know what is exactly the problem. He's saying that hang report for so and so generated by What's Hang. Program has in a single system call. You can look in the call stack and find out which API function cause hang. Let's try to analyze this. Control C, and let's try to ask Claude to explain this error. Please analyze and explain this error in simple terms and give insights. Okay, insights. Let's see if this will work. Okay, so this is the report. Based on the hang report you shared, what's happening with your Windows setting app, system setting.exe. What happened in simple terms? The Windows setting app has completely frozen in an unusual way. Instead of getting stuck while doing specific things like most normal applications hang, this app appears to have experienced a more severe type of crash. The report shows that crucial information is missing. Uh, all the important memory addresses and track information shows zero. Y is highly unusual. Okay, let's try to see also here what he's talking about. Technical details simplified. Thread execution problem. The thread that hang is showing an execution of 0, so and so. This technical empty stack, multiple threads. I do not know all of these. Likely cause memory corruption. Something may have corrupted the application memory. A faulty hardware driver might interfering with the setting app. System component failure. A critical Windows component that the settings app depend on might have failed. Resource exhaustion. System might have run out of critical resources. recommendation: restart your computer, check for updates, scan for malware, update graphics card. The report shows Intel graphic cards drivers loaded. System file check, use memory diagnostic to check if the RAM is failing. This is not a typical application hang where an application is just waiting for something. The pattern of zeros throughout the diagnostic information suggests a more fundamental problem with how the app is running in memory. The issue is likely at the system level rather than just with the setting app itself. Given that the setting app is a core Windows component, this could indicate a need for system maintenance, repair, or in some cases reinstallation if the problem so and so. So let me see something here. If I try to open start, then setting, so I can get it normally, there is no problem. Okay, so there is a crash. Okay, so this is good. If I try to open again the setting, so now it's working, but there was a crash from a couple of seconds, which seems to be there is a problem maybe. Okay, this seems to be good anyway. So this is how we can get errors, or how we can get what is hang through Nearsoft. If I go and continue with the slide, we have also something called Windows 10 SDK, though this is a utility or a couple of programs that you download, and from them we will get the Windows dump analyzer. So if there is a hang or there's a problem with one of the applications that hang, there is a dump that is created. We have discussed this before in the previous video. There is full dump or many dumps. So through the Windows SDK package, we will download debugging tools for Windows and Windows Performance Toolkit. We will actually use debugging tools to analyze the dump files that are created by Windows when a hang or a crash happens. Okay, so here is the dump check. The dump check here, this is to check if the dump is safe or it is healthy, and we can analyze it. So maybe sometime it is corrupted or the dump is corrupted. The dump check will help us to analyze if the dump file is healthy, and we can analyze it. Okay, so use the dump utility to read a memory dump file or verify that the file was created correctly. You can use the Microsoft dump check crash dump file checker tool to verify that the memory dump files are not corrupted or valid. Okay, so and again we have WinDebug. This is also used to analyze the dump files. Okay, this is a couple of tools we can use. Dump check to check the correctness or the health of the dump file, and then we have Windows dump to analyze the file itself, okay, to see what are the errors contained in the dump. Configure Windows for preferred dump files. Here how we can set the dump file settings. We have seen also this before, that we can go to startup and recovery, okay, and here is the setting for the dump file. Okay, you have automatic and full and many. We have discussed before these types of dumps, and actually the one that gets the most space is the complete memory dump. Okay, so actually I leave it at automatic memory dump. Okay, and here overwrite any existing file. I think we should uncheck this. Okay, so he is saying uncheck overwrite any existing file only if you have a plenty of disk space. So this is also one thing. In the right debugging information section, select complete memory dump, but take care, this will take a lot of space. Okay, and I don't have this dump actually, but you will find it in C Windows. You will find something called memory.dump. This is a dump file. You can use it you can use Windows debug to analyze it. And actually before that you need to use dump check to verify if this file is correct or it is not corrupted. Okay, so this is good. As we can see here, pay attention to the date and time of the dump. So this is an indicator that there was an error during this time, because here we can see that it is the same time, and actually this is also an indicator that there was a problem at that time. Okay, so pay attention to the date and time of the dump, or take care also, maybe this is an old dump, so you need to make sure that you are currently analyzing the correct file. Okay, so this is it. Allow the system to generate a dump file by using keyboard. So this is one of the things also that you can not or you can analyze a dump file uh, on demand. Dump files are created when there is a crash or there is a hang, but you can create a dump if there is no hang or crash. So for example, if you get these two registry keys, you can simply hold the right click, the right control key, and press the scroll key 2 times to generate a memory dump file. Okay, so you can do this instantly. Okay, so you do not need to wait for the system to create a dump file automatically. You can do this by clicks or a couple of clicks, and actually you can use also process monitor to create a dump file manually. So this allows the system to generate a dump file using the keyboard. This is it, two registry keys, and restart the computer. So for example, this is a blue screen of this. Okay, so for example, here you have page fault in non-page area. So this is a dump, or this will be generated, or it will be logged in the dump file. Okay, you can see this is a lot of errors. Once a memory dump is complete, validate the file with dump check. So this is after the dump file is created, you need to check its health with dump check.exe. Okay, here is the dump check. So you need to go to the folder that contains the file, and then tell him dump check cc, and this is the name of the dump file. Okay, so I need to be inside the folder that contains the dump check.exe, and then give him the location of the dump so he can analyze it. Let me see, we have 47 or 47 minutes. We can continue. So let's continue like this. So here, when the dump check displays ends with the word finished dump check, the dump file is probably not corrupted. So this is an analyzation of a dump file. If at the end he said finished dump check, then that means that the dump file is healthy and it is not corrupted. Okay, so we can continue. Then we can use Windows Debug to analyze the content of the debug, the dump file. Okay, and there is something here related to the symbols, or when the Windows Debug open the dump file, there is some characters that doesn't appear, or it's not appeared correctly. So you need to download something called symbols so you can read the content of the dump file through the Windows Debug. So this is, for example, some symbols that are downloaded from Microsoft website, so you can be able to read the content of the dump file through Windows Debug. Okay, so this is one thing. Okay, when symbols are downloaded, they are placed in this folder location. Some enterprise will block this public connection. Okay, so not need to analyze something. Then after downloading the symbols, so you can be able to read the file, tell him open crash dump, and then okay, this is the dump file, tell him analyze v, press analyze v, and it will analyze the file. Okay, and give you some info about the problem, who is causing the problem. Okay, so as you can see here, at the end it will give you a nice report concerning what was the problem. Okay, the faulty module, and a lot of things actually. And there is the blue screen of this. We have seen this application that also goes to Minidump and analyze the dump files, or analyze the blue screen of this dump files. Okay, so I think here we can use it to analyze dumps. It's only related to Minidump. I think we can even get the normal dumps, not Minidumps actually. So here is giving us the analyzation of a Minidump that causes a blue screen of this. Okay, so we can see here that he gives you a couple of things. Search Google, so you can uh, get the error and then search it through the blue screen view program through Google or a couple of websites. Bug check plus driver, bug check plus parameter. So it gives you search Google by the error, bug check string, bug check code, parameter. So you can search Google with these three parameters from this dump file, which actually very good thing. Okay, then we have mark drivers found in crash stack. Blue screen view by default will highlight any drivers found in crash stack. Offit drivers are the issue, so we need also to make this, because sometimes the crash, it is related to drivers, which is often the cause. Okay, so if we can go further, I think here this is the end of, as we can see here, there is a lot of useful videos from this uh, channel, Tech Savvy Production. A lot of things, as we can see here. Actually, I'm very impressed with the production, or the data of Mr. Lou Van der Poel. So I think now we can say they have finished this topic, but in the upcoming video we'll try, with God will, we'll try to get the AI tools to explain the whole topic from their perspective. We will try to get an explanation, then we can get hands-on exercises, then we try to have a learning dialogue, or a learning dialogue conversation, so we can see if we can get more info than we have already discussed. So hope this video informative for you all, and thank you all for viewing. Thank you so much.